you want to talk about very briefly is what pays your bills and allows you to have that comfort zone of being able to do the Sparrow's Fortune. Khalil, you can go first, please.
So my heart is educating people. So of course with this Sparrow's Fortune, I do creative writing. Well, we do creative writing workshops, but I work at the Diversity Center of Northeast Ohio. And even through there, I build curriculum and programs where we can go into the schools and teach students the basis of social justice, equity, diversity, and inclusion, and create safe spaces for those students within those classrooms. And I love it. I've been doing that work for a while now. I love being able to work with young people and see the light bulb go off. That's like my favorite thing, seeing the light bulb go off for young people.
I'm going to interject here real quick because I love when a young person say they like helping young people. Because, it's like, I'm old. I like helping younger people, right? I love when I hear somebody, young say, I like helping younger people. Go ahead, Morgan.
So I teach, I work at CHN, Cleveland Housing Network.
Let me say this, and I want you to, in a nutshell as you can, when you talk about what your title is, talk about how you got there.
Okay.
Because I think that that's a very important story. Again, if I wrote your story for a news article, I would be able to fit all that in.
Yeah. So prior to, I was a single parent mom. I faced homelessness as a young mom. And really just didn't learn in my household how to, pay bills on time. Just had poor money management skills. I was spoiled. My dad took care of all the bills. They didn't talk about how you pay bills or anything like that. I just know the bills are paid. And once I experienced that, I feel like, God just opened up the doors for me to be able to really learn and go through the process of, him just really writing my story. And when it came to that, after facing homelessness, I really started paying attention to my credit. And a lot of the time, we as Black people are scared to look at our credit. Once we know that we got some things on there, we're scared to look at it. So I went and got help. And where I went to go get help was with my another business partner of mine. His name's Mike Howard. And he helped me with my credit. And they had an opportunity for you to teach financial literacy in schools for ages 8 to 18 years old. I joined the program, and then I started teaching the financial literacy, volunteered to teach financial literacy around schools in Northeast Ohio. Once I did that, I started helping other people with their credit. Once I was able to get my credit to the point and learned about the processes and that. And then, eventually I started, prior to that I worked at a bank and and then after that I worked at, receivables and accounting, just doing a lot of stuff like that for different companies. And then with my background in financial literacy during the pandemic, I was like, it's time for me to get a, 9 to 5. I was helping people with credit with my own business prior to, and then, people couldn't afford to pay for the credit services. So I applied for CHN, and then I started working as their financial capabilities counselor, and eventually got my housing counselor license and certification, and then became the home buyer education counselor. So my story has just made a full 180 or 360 from going to homelessness to being a housing counselor. And with that, I'm teaching adults how to obtain housing, how to obtain down payment assistance and closing cost assistance, and being able to get them into their first houses. And we think that we have to have, we think it's a lot of times we think that it's impossible to purchase a home due to our backgrounds. And I feel like through the class I'm able to teach you that it doesn't take that much, and it's something that is attainable once you put in the work and you open your mind to really following that goal and making it something that you really want to do. So I love my job, my 9 to 5, but I also want to say that poetry and being an author and spoken word artist can pay the bills. You just got to put yourself out there too.